y'all. My name is F.Diane Pickett. As you can tell, I'm a Southern girl, and I've written about some things going on in the South in a book called Never Isn't Long Enough. This is a work of historic fiction that also is funny. It is a little bit irreverent and occasionally makes fun of some of the things that we Southerners hold most dear, including Southern gentility, which sometimes could be about as gentle as a pit bull on the leash. Now, I know you know ladies like that, and I have some in my own family, so we can talk about that a little bit later. But I want to read you a little bit from my book, and I want to introduce my buddy over here. This is Precious, and Precious is my full-time companion. And I'm going to read a little story to Precious, and I hope you'll enjoy it too. These are some of the first paragraphs of Never Isn't Long Enough. Hill explained eternity to his children. Imagine, he said, an eagle that comes once a year to Stone Mountain to sharpen his beak, and when the mountain is worn down, that is eternity. They could understand it easily because they were born in the shadow of Stone Mountain at the start of the war. It was actually World War II, but in reality it was a war between their mother and life. They learned about never from their mother. She was seriously absorbed with it, so eternity and never became the same thing for them. The first time they remembered hearing the word never was when one of their beautiful aunts would say something like, "That woman was no lady, and if you want to be a lady, you must never do what she just did." That had a huge impact because in the rural South of the 1940s, every female of any age was judged on beauty, manners, and a smile so gracious it would just about blind everybody within striking distance. All girls aspired to be a lady. To do otherwise meant you were stuck in that perpetual hell of husband hunting with no chance of getting one. Such a girl would remain the pity of every Sunday school teacher in the South. Brains were not particularly necessary, but winning debate contest at the First Baptist Church picnic was absolutely essential. And every girl knew if she went to college, she could drop out as soon as she captured Mr. Wonderful, or some version thereof. He might not remain Mr. Wonderful for long, but he would have to do, because divorce wouldn't do. Finding one husband was hard enough. Getting a second one was next to impossible. No lady would ever divorce, unless, of course, it would result in a large chunk of money and the right to talk about the wages of sin at every church function. Church was a mighty big deal, and sin the number one topic, so you had to establish bragging rights right off the bat. The goal for college was not to get an education, but to get a husband, and MRS was the most popular degree offered. Even Ivy Leaguers had that curriculum down pat. So stay tuned, and we'll talk some more about Never Isn't Long Enough.